Tonight, a percentage of COVID survivors end up being stuck with symptoms for the long haul. That includes a Duluth woman who says it has completely changed her life. Plus, the deck in Duluth is back in business and welcomed the public back inside since the start of the pandemic. And later, a local nonprofit is being recognized for the work they did in a struggling neighborhood.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Recent studies show 1 in 3 patients who contract COVID-19 may experience symptoms longer than 2 weeks after their diagnosis. For some, this can lead to months of discomfort. According to Harvard Health, if these lingering symptoms last 6 months or more, these patients are considered long haulers. Experts say at least 10% of patients fall into that category, but this data is still evolving as new research continues. CBS 3's Jenna Wells introduces us to a local student whose life has completely changed since her diagnosis.
It was god-awful. I don't know if you've ever had the virus. God-awful.
Anne is a 30-year-old graduate student at UMD. She contracted COVID-19 from a family member in August.
I honestly thought that it was going to be, I was going to be better within like 2 weeks after the thing. I have never been that sick in my life.
But months later, symptoms like coughing, shortness of breath, chest pain, fatigue, and brain fog didn't go away. Some got even worse.
I want to be a good student. I'm trying to get my work done, and the only way I can really get my work done is on campus. Walking to the bus stop, which is like not even a block from my apartment, and it's just like I got to the bus stop and I just sat there and I'm just like, I couldn't breathe.
After several doctor's visits and new medications, Anne learned her issues aren't isolated. She's considered a COVID-19 long hauler.
And when we think about the long haulers, we're talking about more of the chronic response. And some of it is because of what the virus did to your body and your body then kind of being activated in something we call like an autoimmune process.
Dr. Katie Benzinger is a cardiologist at Essentia Health. She's also part of several research projects studying COVID long haulers. She says many of the symptoms she's seen in long haulers are similar to Anne's, including respiratory and cardiovascular problems.
And the ones that are really most striking are the ones who are in their like 20s and 30s, who are otherwise very healthy, really can't do some of the basic activities that they, are used to being able to do, like walk up a flight of stairs or go for a run.
That's been a big concern for Anne. She tells me she used to love going shopping or coming here for a stroll on Duluth's Lake Walk. But those activities now have to be limited for her.
Just a 20-minute walk, and that tires me out. Yeah, if I go longer than 20 minutes, then I start getting these really bad coughing spells where it's just where it's almost like I'm having an asthmatic attack. And that's when I have to use all my inhalers again. And
those 2 inhalers, just a small part of Anne's regular regimen to feel somewhat normal.
This is for the pain. This is for the coughing. And rescue inhaler, just trying to control it.
While it sounds excessive, infectious disease doctor Andrew Thompson with St. Luke's Hospital says these treatments are common for those dealing with COVID symptoms long term.
People might need treatment that we would typically use for asthma while their airways recover.
Anne says she hasn't received an estimate for how long she'll need these medications, as doctors are still learning with her.
There are some things that are not that unique to COVID. After any viral illness, people can have a lingering cough or an asthma flare. And there are some things that are unique to COVID that we're still trying to learn about. We've only really been experiencing this for about a year, so there's a lot we have left to learn.
But recently, there's been a light at the end of the tunnel for some long haulers like Anne.
Some anecdotal reports that after getting vaccinated, people have had improvement in their long COVID symptoms.
The vaccine has been like godsend. I'm hoping it's not a temporary fix, because literally like an hour or 2 after I got the first vaccine, but it was like someone just took the balls and chains right off of my lungs.
Experts are still studying the reasons behind that impact. Anne's plea is for others to understand that her story and her struggle is real for herself and for many others.
Just believe them when they say they've got long COVID. It sucks. Granted, I am one of the lucky ones.
Dr. Thompson says to talk with your physician if you think you're experiencing prolonged symptoms. There are also specialized long COVID clinics in Minneapolis, Rochester, and parts of Wisconsin. We plan to check back in with Ann after she is fully vaccinated. Over the last 2 weeks, new coronavirus cases have fallen dramatically in Michigan, but the state is still #1 in the country when it comes to infections. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer introduced the Michigan Vax Back to Normal Challenge, which is a plan to reach vaccination goals in order to emerge from the pandemic. The plan has 3 steps. It begins when 55% of Michiganders receive their first shot. At that point, all employees will no longer have to work from home. At 65%, capacity limits for businesses and indoor venues will be lifted. And finally, at 70%, the mask order will be lifted. The governor hopes these goals will help Michigan get back to normal.
As we drive toward our eventual goal of returning to normal, we will pass checkpoints along the way that will allow us to gradually lift more limits, and eventually we'll get over that finish line.
About 49% of the state's population over the age of 16 has received at least 1 shot. About 36% of that population has finished their doses, including the governor, who got her 2nd dose of the Pfizer vaccine today. Dave's here now for a first check of the weather. Dave, kind of a mixed bag for folks today. Some sunshine, some rain. Welcome to spring.
We did get a dose of sunshine,
Yes.
though, to stave off that rain. Although we did get 2 distinct rounds of it today. What the heck? We don't want to get back into the fire danger threat, so a little bit of rain activity now and then, we can deal with that. And we can also deal with temperatures that went a little bit warmer than normal today for most towns. 56 is the norm. It looks like our high temps today ran from 58 International Falls to 64 in Superior. And tomorrow, I think we're going to do the same thing. Now, speaking of the rain showers, the 2nd round from this evening is still sprinkling around the region here and there, but it should be fading away. Tomorrow, I think it's going to come up nice and sunny. We're going back to partly cloudy conditions overnight tonight and coming up mostly sunny tomorrow. High temp 55 by the lake, could be the low 60s inland, but that's just setting the stage for 70s on Saturday. We'll talk about that in more detail in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, after more than a year of canceled events and layoffs, the deck is hiring again. Here's a live look at the Duluth Entertainment and Convention Center, which permanently laid off almost 400 people last fall. They recently announced they plan to hire 21 part-time positions and 2 full-time positions. Deck leaders say they hope to prioritize former employees, but did not immediately share plans for when or if they may hire more positions back. But they did say the number of events is increasing, and the William A. Irvin will be back open for tours soon. One of those events is the Duluth Junk Hunt. The biannual event typically draws thousands of shoppers to the deck. CBS 3's Natalie Grant shows us how organizers are making safety a top priority this year.
The biannual Junk Hunt kicked off Thursday at the deck. After being canceled for the past year, people were excited to be back on a treasure hunt.
I feel a really fun energy that people just want to create. They've been cooped up long enough and they want to get their hands on some good junk.
The deck has sold 2,000 tickets for the 3-day hunt, a major milestone for the event center that spent majority of last year empty.
In terms of use of the facility, it's the single biggest event we've had since before the pandemic began.
Deck Interim Executive Director Roger Reinhardt says with big events like these starting again, safety is still a top priority.
We're doing them in the same way we've always done them through the pandemic. Number 1, can we do it safely? Number 2, can we make some money doing it? We've never reversed the order on those, and we're not doing it now either.
Organizers say the annual event may look a little different this year, including bigger aisles, more space between vendors, and mandatory masking. But despite that, they know that everyone will have a great time.
You never know what you're going to find, which makes this event really special. It's really the thrill of the hunt.
The Junk Hunt goes through Saturday. There are still tickets available for purchase online. We have a link on how to get yours on our website. The former Cozy building in downtown Duluth is getting some upgrades. DETA commissioners have approved a little more than $54,000 to board up windows and doors, remove graffiti, improve lighting, and install security cameras around the vacant building. The city says these updates were needed following recent fires and break-ins.
Since then, we're aware of several different break-ins, including one where a mattress was lit on fire. This was done in an effort to make sure that people are safe from the building, and so that the building is also secure and break-ins, additional break-ins don't happen.
The Cozy, which sits on East 1st Street in downtown Duluth, has been wrapped up in litigation regarding the future of the building and whether it should be demolished or preserved. Well, there was a smelly situation up by Anchor Tower this evening. 4 porta potties caught on fire. It happened just after 7:30. The flames spread to a tree and some other plants, but crews were able to quickly put it out. According to the city, this happens a couple of times a year as people sometimes throw cigarettes into the porta potties. City reps say they aren't going to investigate it, but they are asking everyone to be respectful and try not to light things on fire. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, community growth is the goal of one Duluth nonprofit, how they were recognized for their efforts. Next.
Just a little bit warmer than normal today at the airport in Duluth, 60 versus 56. Tomorrow, very similar range of temperatures. Saturday, boy, what a nice day that's going to be with highs in the 70s. But come Sunday, things will change up already, and we'll talk about that change in just a little bit.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are anxiously looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage and come with lots of extras. It's part of what makes UCare the #1 Medicare Advantage plan in Minnesota for individuals. And lastly, don't worry. We're always here to decomplicate if you ever need us. UCare, people-powered health plans.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Are you stumped on what to get Mom for Mother's Day this year? Then let Numi Jewelers help you out. Visit us in-store or go online to numijewelers.com to gift Mom this shimmering pendant for just $84.75. Or get 20% off all shimmering jewelry. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Good boy. You're such a good boy. I think it's time we got a dog. But my landlord won't let me have pets.
I've got an idea about that, too.
You've got big dreams and a bold imagination. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Perfect. The color, the flowers.
The whole place looks amazing. I love it.
Sophia, whatever happens, we're here to protect you. Thank you.
There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Race in for a great deal now on the Honda CR-V. The Honda Dream Garage Spring Event is here.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we had a couple of showers here and there today, around in the morning and around now this evening. And of course, when spring comes around, you start to see sights like this again. Beautiful rainbow over the Carlton area. Maya Lisa Corpola got this picture for us. And so, if you're not a huge fan of the rain, you get beautiful sights like this. Well, tomorrow should be beautiful. Clear to partly cloudy sky thanks to high air pressure chasing away the clouds. And we'll hold on to conditions like that through Saturday. Sunday, though, we go back towards clouds and another rain chance comes aboard. And high temperatures in the 70s on Saturday will drop to the 50s like a stone come Sunday. Right now, we have 50. And that could be Sunday's high temp. So there's a hint of what's happening then for the latter half of the weekend. Relative humidity at this moment is 54%. And we have a north wind going 14 miles per hour. 30 inches even is our air pressure, 1,016 millibars on the high side. So now that the low and its clouds and showers are going, higher pressure should bring us the sunshine, like I mentioned, for Friday, Saturday. Current temps, 45 in Ironwood. 48 for Ashland, 53 down towards Hayward, and a little bit cooler in Superior. Cloquet Moose Lake runs the range of 48 to 54. North Shore numbers go from 37 just up to Gunflint to 48 degrees in Two Harbors. Mesabi range low 40s. Vermilion range even lower 40s. Upper 30s and Orr are a sign where we're starting to go for overnight lows. Inland Minnesota could drop into the 20s. The rest of us will have probably the lower 30s. For the moment, showers are still popping up here in parts of Wisconsin and in the UP, but they're not overly heavy and should go away fairly rapidly to be replaced by higher pressure then that comes in behind this low pressure system, making things dry and sunny for Friday and for Saturday. And of course, keep in mind, Saturday's that day we push our temperatures 70 to 75 degrees, even closer to the lake. Comes to an end as early as Sunday, though, because of a low-pressure system taking shape right now in Alberta, Canada. That Alberta Clipper could bring us clouds and showers beginning on Sunday, and also dropping our highs from 70 Saturday to 50 come Sunday. So all good things must come to an end in Northland weather. Don't we know that all too well? So how much rain could we get from this next go-around coming from late Friday night into early Saturday morning? Well, I'm thinking just a trace to about 1/10 of an inch. Now, another system that isn't going to be such a big deal. Now, tonight in Minnesota, there's your low temps from 27 to 35. Showers ending. Wisconsin, Michigan, low temps lower 30s. Showers could linger a little longer in the UP. Tomorrow, though, sunshine for Wisconsin and the UP with highs 52 to 57. Normals 56. Wisconsin gives way to Minnesota's forecast here, which says also 52 to 57 with sunshine. And there's the best day of the week on Saturday. Sure, there's a chance for some morning showers, like we just pointed out, another trace, but a high of 73 even here in Duluth. And there comes the tumble. Sunday, back down to 50. And then we stay in the 50s, I'm thinking, all the way through next Thursday.
All right, thanks, Dave. Equilibrium 3 is a decade-old nonprofit dedicated to food access, energy efficiency, and community growth in Duluth's Lincoln Park. Now, their Main Street Lincoln Park program is being honored for how they took that work to new heights during the pandemic. CBS 3's Alex Libby shares how they did it.
Ben Hughes owns Ursa Minor Brewery. He says the time he's been in Lincoln Park, he's only seen positive changes.
The change in the last 3 years has been immense. I mean, we're kind of on the end here of a stretch that 3 years ago there wasn't traffic at all.
Hughes says even this last year, with forced closures during the pandemic, the community, with the help of Equilibrium's 3 Main Street Lincoln Park program, came together.
They had these e-gift cards that they were able to raise this money and give these gift cards out that could be spent in Lincoln Park.
From thousands of dollars in gift cards to keeping the community clean and offering grants to small business owners, all reasons the program was chosen from hundreds of submissions to be honored with the National Main Street Forward Award.
I'm truly not surprised. After knowing how hard Shannon and Jody work with every day with what they do, I'm not even a little bit surprised. They very well deserved.
Shannon Lang is the Main Street Lincoln Park Program Director, and unlike Hughes, she didn't expect to win.
It's really mind-boggling because we're a pretty new Main Street organization.
5 other communities across the country also received the honor. Looking at the others, Lang said it's clear they all had one thing in common: teamwork.
Collaboration is our secret sauce. It's one of the things that Lincoln Park does really well. Our businesses work great together. We all work great together. If I can pick up the phone and make a call and say, hey, can you help me out with this? Or vice versa, the answer a lot of times is yes.
Yeses that will keep Lincoln Park moving in the right direction.
Out of the 6 communities who won the award, Lincoln Park was the only one located in the entire upper Midwest. Still to come, we are just days away from the U.S. beginning to leave Afghanistan, but it could come with some issues. We'll explain after the break.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChev.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChev.com, a better way to buy.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Who will advocate for you during a time of serious illness or injury? Today on Medical Insight, Essentia Health's Wanda Paulson and Dr. John Dagalow talk about advanced care planning.
Advanced care planning is the best way we have found to incorporate an individual's goals, values, and beliefs into the care that we provide. It's a way to think about, talk about, and write down your wishes for future health care if ever a time happened where you couldn't speak for yourself. A lot of people think that it's for those that are very frail or elderly, or that we expect something could happen to them in the near future, but it's really important for everybody to start having those conversations.
It's important to get a signed healthcare directive on file. Also, be sure to review it regularly in case your wishes change.
In a way, when we look at advanced care planning, it's kind of having some insurance about your hopes, wishes, things that are important to you being respected. Advanced care planning is an important thing that we all have to think about, because all of us in the course of our lives at some point are going to have a serious illness. If you're able to put these things down, that really helps take the burden of family members that may have to deal with decisions for you in a time of crisis.
Essentia offers advanced care planning classes online. Learn more at essentiahealth.org. For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medical insight.
Bender's Shoes anniversary sale is going on now.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class towing. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now, for a limited time, get up to $3,300 total savings on a 2021 Explorer, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
If it's important to our nation,
the country is facing yet another unprecedented crisis.
It's on Face the Nation, making politics make sense. The why behind the biggest stories. Face the Nation on CBS.
CBS3 Sports is brought to you by Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment.
In a recent speech, President Biden outlined his plan to remove U.S. troops from Afghanistan after nearly 20 years. The final pullout begins next month. However, the Taliban has already threatened to escalate attacks once the U.S. misses the previously agreed May 1st deadline to withdraw. And the U.S. military is preparing for that, sending in hundreds of Army Rangers, B-52 bombers, and the USS Eisenhower to safeguard the pullout. But by 9/11, all U.S. troops will be gone, and it will be down to hundreds of thousands of Afghan service members to defend against the Taliban. Taking the lead will be U.S.-trained Afghan commandos who will be taking a central role. Coming up in sports, it's been an exciting night for the NFL draft. Kelly's got the latest from the Vikings and the Packers. Next.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Hi, I'm Kevin from ServPro. Everyone has a home project that they want to get to. Building a deck, building an addition, remodeling a bathroom. The problem is availability with local contractors. Why should you have to wait for months to get your project done? Call ServPro today for fast, quality, professional, reliable workmanship you can count on. ServPro. Like it never even happened.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
One day, and I hope not far from now, friendly handshakes and hugs will return.
I cannot wait to have a potluck with families and friends.
I can't wait to dance on the powwow trails again.
Reconnect with one another.
Get all the kids together.
Go to kindergarten.
For everyone to meet our son, Anthony.
What I'm most looking forward to is performing again. As long as we do our part, I believe we'll get back to that real soon.
Attention everyone on Medicare. Did you know that millions of Americans over 65 on Medicare may not be getting all the benefits they deserve right now in 2021? With all the news about the virus and vaccines, everyone eligible for Medicare is encouraged to call 800-758-2204 now for your free, no obligation Medicare benefits review. 2021 is here. You may be able to save money and receive additional benefits like home prescription delivery and expanded at-home telehealth visits. Call now to find out if you're eligible for a plan that includes benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, free meal delivery, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or $0 copays, plus benefits including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. You don't get these savings and additional benefits automatically, so call now. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Call 800-758-2204. 800-758-2204.
Fairview has expanded options to access your own physician. You can be seen in person, and we would encourage you to do so if that's recommended by your provider. We also have telephone and virtual visits available, as well as e-visits. Certainly it is safe to come into our clinics or our emergency room if that is needed, and we've got enhanced safety measures to keep you safe when you do come. We do want patients to feel comfortable to receive the care that they need when they need it.
Fairview Range, we're here.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Happy NFL Draft Day, but this is really the news we need to be talking about. For the past year, the Packers have dodged rumors that even mentioned the departure of their MVP winning quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. He's still got 3 years left on his contract without any reason to believe he would ride that out in Green Bay. But that was until today. Both ESPN and the NFL Network were reporting earlier today that Aaron Rodgers does not want to return to the Packers. He was reportedly offered a new contract extension, which he has not agreed to. The report rift between Rodgers and the Packers management could stem back to their draft last season when GM Brian Gutekunst moved up in the first round to take a quarterback. No player has ever been traded after winning an MVP award in the previous season. The Packers are slated to pick 29 overall in just a few minutes or an hour, depending on how long the draft goes tonight. And the Vikings trade down 9 spots tonight, going from the 14th overall pick to the 23rd, and they select offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw, a position they desperately needed. He hails from Virginia Tech. In the coming rounds, Rick Spielman will have plenty of draft capital to work with. They don't have a pick in the second round, but now have 4 in the third and 3 in the fourth. The second and third rounds are tomorrow. Not a bad night to be a Vikings fan. Certainly. We'll have more tomorrow. A cool moment for a Marshall, Minnesota native tonight. Trey Lance out of North Dakota State was selected by the San Francisco 49ers with the 3rd overall pick. Lance led the Bison to a national championship back in 2019, throwing for 28 touchdown passes with 0 interceptions as a redshirt freshman that season, and becoming the only FCS player in the past 25 years to throw for at least 20 touchdowns and no interceptions. He also rushed for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. The Minnesota Wild will play the St. Louis Blues more than a few times over the next few days. Minnesota looking to bounce back after a rare loss on their home ice last night this season. First period after Torrey Krug's shot is blocked for the Blues. Sammy Blais is right in the right place at the right time to give the Blues the early lead. Same period, Tyler Bozak makes the steal, then creates the separation from his defenders for the shorthanded goal to extend the Blues lead to 2-0. They lead 3-0 with another one, but Minnesota finally gets on the board. Marcus Foligno makes the pass to Joel Eriksson-Ek, who makes his way through the zone, spins, shoots, scores from the circle to put the Wild on the board. They come back to tie it at 3 to send it into OT, but they go down 5-4 the final. Down at the Target Center tonight, the Wolves looking to keep a win streak going, facing the Warriors. The Rook had a night. Anthony Edwards goes right down the lane, finishes through contact. He had 25 on the night. On the other side, it was our old friend Andrew Wiggins putting on the yams. It was a 2-point game at the half, and then the Wolves turned it up. Karl Anthony Towns goes over Wiggins. Good night, old friend. The Wolves, guys, wait for it, win their 4th straight, 126-114 the final. Ricky Rubio had 26 points. Shouts to him. Well, right around the corner is summer camp time for sports. This one is for female hockey players. Boost Hockey Training was established in 2019 with the goal of bringing elite skills training to players in northern Minnesota. It's led by Minnesota Whitecaps defender Amanda Beaulier and UMD alum Reagan Haley. Their camp is geared toward U8, U10 to high school elite athletes, and their goal is to grow the women's hockey game in the Northland.
It's such a hockey-crazed town and a hockey hotbed, and I think that you see it on the men's side. You see a bunch of local guys playing for UMD. I think on the women's side, that's something that we want to be able to do as well. For us to be able to provide, skill-based training too, I think is new to this area for women's hockey. So we're really excited about that.
For more info, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Click on the sports tab. We'll have a link to sign up there. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class towing. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now, for a limited time, get up to $3,300 total savings on a 2021 Explorer, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Make the most of every property with landscaping equipment that delivers more. More productivity. More comfort, more durability, and more of what it takes to get the job done right. When your reputation is on the line, you need the Kubota landscaping lineup. Visit your local dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lula Implement.
Imagination makes a community grow. So bring us your best ideas. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
We insure your car because some people never learn to park. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu will take you right into summer. With out-of-this-world brownie batter, iconic drumstick with peanuts, plus favorites like cotton candy, raspberry fudge bliss, and an all-new lineup for all the summer you crave. The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Summer's best moments are just one bite away. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe,
it's great to know Access North has partnered with the Minnesota Department of Health to be a Covert Community Coordinator.
Please help us protect people with disabilities and other vulnerable Minnesotans of all ages from COVID-19.
Contact Access North Center for Independent Living, your local COVID community coordinator resource for people with disabilities.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for a buck suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, you know you want one. I'm talking about an adorable furry friend. Tomorrow is a great day to pick out a new family member because it is National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day, which falls on April 30th every year. It helps raise awareness about the thousands of pets in need of forever homes. If you don't have space or time for a new pet, you can also recognize the day by volunteering or donating items or money to your local shelter. And just a reminder, we feature adoptable pets from local shelters during our 5 p.m. newscast throughout the week. Dave, tomorrow going to be a good day to get out for a walk with your pet?
Yes, sunny and
All
55 degrees, but Saturday probably coming up even warmer after some morning showers.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. It's Friday.